Welcome to African System, where we explore the profound depths of African metaphysics and its surprising alignments with modern science and technology.
Part 1 Introduction. Today, we are delving into a topic that challenges conventional wisdom and reveals the hidden genius of ancient African thought.
African metaphysics isn't mere superstition or primitive belief.
It's a sophisticated system of reality that has been empirically grounded and experientially validated for millennia. And now, in the 21st century, cutting-edge science is beginning to catch up with what African sages have long understood.
Part 2. What is African metaphysics? Let's start by defining African metaphysics.
At its core, it's a holistic worldview that sees reality as interconnected, dynamic, and imbued with vital force.
Unlike Western metaphysics, which often relies on detached, abstract reasoning, African metaphysics is lived and breathed.
It's not just theorized, it's experienced. Key concepts in African metaphysics include vital force, the interconnectedness of all things, duality, and a rich cosmology. These ideas form the foundation of a worldview that has profound implications for ethics, medicine, social order, and our understanding of the universe itself.
Part 3. Ontology. The nature of being.
When we examine the ontology or the nature of being in African thought,
we find a hierarchical structure of existence.
This includes mu-NTU human, Ki-NTU thing, R-NTU space, and Ku-NTU modality.
Belgian missionary Plaza Tempels famously described this as the vital force theory, recognizing that in African thought, being is not static.
It's dynamic, relational, and purposeful. This ontology has far-reaching implications.
It informs African ethics, which emphasize harmony and balance. It shapes traditional medicine, which treats the whole person, not just isolated symptoms. And it underpins social structures that recognize the interconnectedness of community and individual. Part for cosmology and time. Moving to cosmology and time, we encounter another radical departure from Western thought. African concepts of time are often cyclical rather than linear. This perspective aligns with modern physics' understanding of spacetime as a continuum rather than a straight line.
But it's not just abstract concepts.
African astronomical knowledge has been remarkably advanced for millennia.
The Dogon people of Mali, for instance,
had detailed knowledge of Sirius B, a star invisible to the naked eye, long before Western astronomers discovered it.
In Egypt, the prehistoric site of Nata Playa served as a solstice observatory, demonstrating sophisticated astronomical understanding thousands of years before the invention of telescopes.
Contrary to popular belief, African metaphysics isn't divorced from empirical observation. It's deeply rooted in systematic observation, experimentation, and practical application. Indigenous chemistry, for example, developed complex techniques for bark extraction, kaolin processing, and fermentation. These methods parallel the Western scientific method in their empirical approach. As science historian Charles Finch III noted, science didn't begin in Europe, it evolved everywhere.
Part 5 Metaphysics meets empirical science.
African metaphysics and empirical science have always been intertwined, challenging the notion that scientific thinking is a purely Western invention.
In the realm of medicine, we see a perfect fusion of metaphysics and empirical observation. Imhotep, the ancient Egyptian polymath, is often called the father of medicine.
He was also a high priest and metaphysician, demonstrating the integrated nature of African thought. Part 6 Medicine, Energy, and Vital Force. The concept of vital force in African healing traditions bears striking similarities to modern ideas in quantum biology. African healers have long understood health as a balance of energies, treating not just the physical body, but the spirit and environment as well. As one African proverb states, healing is not just physical, it's metaphysical. Part 7 Technology and Sacred Geometry. African metaphysics also manifests in technology and sacred geometry. The precision engineering of Nubian pyramids, the astronomical alignments of stone circles, and the sophisticated dry stone construction techniques all demonstrate a deep understanding of mathematics and physics. Symbolic systems like Adinkra from Ghana and Nisibidi from Nigeria encode complex metaphysical concepts into visual forms. These aren't just decorative patterns, they're repositories of knowledge, comparable to modern information systems. As one scholar put it, Africa's temples weren't just built, they were encoded.
Part 8 Modern Science Alignments.
As we move into the 21st century, we're seeing fascinating alignments between African metaphysical concepts and cutting-edge science. The idea of interconnectedness, central to African thought,
finds echoes in quantum entanglement theory.
African intuitive cognition aligns with new understandings in neuroscience about non-linear thinking processes.
Even in the realm of artificial intelligence, African metaphysical ethics offer valuable insights into questions of consciousness and moral decision-making.
Part 9. Reclaiming the narrative.
It seems that modern science is rediscovering what Africa always knew. Of course, this rich intellectual heritage has often been erased or dismissed by colonial narratives and Western skepticism.
But African philosophers like Sophie Oluwo, Kwame Nkrumah, and John Mbiti have worked tirelessly to reclaim and reaffirm the value of African metaphysical thought.
Their work reminds us that metaphysics isn't just abstract philosophy, it is a source of cultural power and identity. By understanding and valuing African metaphysics, we gain insights not just into African culture, but into the nature of reality itself. As we conclude, it's clear that African metaphysics offers a profound and sophisticated understanding of reality. It's not opposed to science in many ways. It anticipated scientific discoveries by centuries or even millennia.
Africa didn't just imagine reality, it engineered it, observed it, and developed sophisticated systems to explain it.
So the next time someone dismisses African traditional knowledge as superstition, remember this: Africa's metaphysics isn't just compatible with science in many ways, it is science.
Just older, more holistic, and perhaps more profound than we've been led to believe.
Subscribe to African System for more insights into the hidden wisdom of African thought.
Because understanding African metaphysics isn't just about appreciating history. It's about unlocking new ways of seeing and engaging with our world.
Africa's ancient wisdom might just hold the key to solving some of our most pressing modern challenges.